Hey there, I'm Chris, and you're watching the Debut 10, courtesy of the Debut Charts, the perfect alternative to Billboard's Hot 100 and Mark Gordon's Billboard Breakdown. And today, if you hear any sounds of thunder in the background, yeah, it's a rainy day, meaning that this is a rainy day special. So, let's head over to our debut, shall we, in the top 3. At number 3, we have Magnetic by Illit, which is owned by Hybe labels. At number 2, Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan. I hope I pronounced that right, is up next. It's owned by UMG. Can't stop the TikTok promo. Number 1, Hell and Back by Bakar and Summer Walker. It's owned by Sony. And now we head over to our losers and dropouts. Starting off with dropouts, we have Gata Only by Floyd Miner and Chris MJ. Last on the charts for 3 weeks with the peak at number 3. It's owned by United Masters LLC. And up next, we have Awesome by Dasha, which is on the charts for 4 weeks and was a former number 1. It's owned by Warner. And finally, I Like For You Kiss Me by Artemis, who owns the song, drops out after 2 weeks on the charts, former number 1 at that as well. And now our losers, going down 9 spots. Tucker Wetmore with Wind Up Missing You. It's owned by Back Blocks. Ooh, big one right there and there. And finally, we have Getting With Me by Boss Mandilo, going down 1 spot. It's owned by Sony. And finally, 23 by Chase Beckham, going on the charts for 11 weeks. Our champion is owned by Universal. Can't Stop the Madness. Whoop whoop. And now we hand over to our gains and re-entries. We have no re-entries or equalizers, just gains, boy. Gains. And they all go up 1 spot. So I'm going to go with Home at 9 by Good Neighbors. At number 9, we have Home by Good Neighbors, I should say. It's owned by Some Action. And then Course on Departure by Zavi at 8. It's owned by Universal. Then Praise Down the Moonlight by YG Marley, who owns the song, at number 7. And then at 5, we have Scared to Decide by Michael McCarthy, owned by Warner at 5. And actually, that's going to be it. Now let's head over to our debuts. Starting off with at number 3, Magnetic by Illit.
I'm just trying to play it cool, but I just can't hide that I want you. Wait a minute.
Okay, so when it comes to this K-pop group, I have no idea who they are, and when I've listened to the song, it's kind of decent. Starts off good, but then it gets a bit bad somewhere in some parts. So overall, I give it a 64, 6 out of 10. It was okay, it's just not much for me. So, anyways, let's move on to number 2. That's right, number 2. It's Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan. Alright, so when it comes to Chappell Roan's song here, I like the concept, but overall the execution was just not good. The production did ruin what was could have been an amazing song about conformed heterosexuality and whatnot. Especially when you consider that I'm queer, so this would have been perfect, but it wasn't for me. But hopefully it hits with someone, but just not for me. That's all. And finally, number 1. Number 1. Number 1. Hell and Back by Bakar featuring Summer Walker. That's gonna be it. Okay, now we look over at our best and worst of the week. Technically, the best would be Magnetic, and the worst of the week will be going to Hellenbeck with a 48 score, and a Gulak with 56, 6 out of 10. Magnetic also has a 64, 6 out of 10. There is technically no best of the week, but you can go with Magnetic if you want. And the worst of the week is going to Hellenbeck, so yeah, I was disappointed too. And with that, next week, hopefully we'll be getting something better and with much more better weather. With that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.